decided that we design the solution that suits us. And that solution is that everything we do, since they make our country and our land very uncomfortable for us, we will bring our freedom from diaspora. And that's what we're doing today. So the enabling environment that was not created for us in Biafra land, the different countries where we reside have created an environment, and we are struggling to bring this kind of system back to our people for them to live like human beings. So we will always outsmart the terrorist state of Nigeria.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing program. Thank you so much for joining us once again on this platform. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. Please like and share this program. And remember, this platform where you are watching this program is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform that stands with the United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the control of Deputy Prime Minister COS Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, we bring information from the right source, the United States of Biafra, the government of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama to like and share. Information is power. Remember, our Prime Minister encouraged us to engage in radical evangelism. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us to carry everybody along. In doing that, you must help us to share this video. Like and share to family and friends and to every platform where you belong. This information
is interesting to know that even today, the Defense Headquarters made us understand that 800 surrendered the Boko Haram terrorists who are repentant are passing through the de-radicalization process. And, you know, after that, the next other thing we'll hear is they've been reintegrated back into the society. These are terrorist group members, you know, and they say they are repented.
No, you know the funny thing? We know how this whole kidnapping thing started, especially in Lagos, with Evans, the kidnapper. Now Evans is telling everybody, through his lawyers, that he has repented. In other words, he could be freed anytime. Because that is the kind of judicial system we are applying in this country. And I keep saying, forgive and forget. Nobody's talking about the bruises. Nobody's talking about the pains. Nobody's talking about the sufferings. So how do we want to say there's going to be justice and peace when injustice has overclouded our sense of judgment?
Interesting one. That's a very, very heavy question there. How are we going to, you know, make this whole thing? I wish that we can just sleep and wake up and find out that everything is working the way it should work. Now, Barrister Darlington, you know, you were saying something earlier. I said that the case have not even begun, that the trial processes of Nnamdi Kanu have not started. And now with this indefinite adjournment of this case, where lies its fate? You know, is it that it's going to spend more time? What is really happening? What does this indefinite adjournment portend?
You see, when we are talking of tribal sentiment, one of the things that destroy a country is tribal and ethnic and religious sentiment in a very serious national issue. You and I know very well that if Tinubu have not come to power, Sunday Igboho and Shawore wouldn't have been released, because it was when he came into power, I think a month after that, this thing happened. Is that not true? When Buhari was in power, of course, his kinsmen, they were having a free day. You know, whatever they are doing, nobody bothers and all that. Dasuki has been released. Bawa has been released. You know, even this other guy, Al-Mustafa. So, what's the Wadume? Just name them. It's like when my man is in power, you know, it's like having Abraham in heaven, so you can't go to hell. So this type of thing is causing problem. It started since independence. That is why people are not happy with this amalgamation. We never see ourselves as one. Everything is tended towards religion, ethnic and tribal sentiment. Everything we do in Nigeria today. Is that how we are going to...
It's quite an unfortunate one.
It's very unfortunate, seriously. I don't know why people are not looking at it. Everything has to be, where did he come from? Which religion? Which, you know? And that thing has made Nigeria not to move forward. Are you telling me that if an Igbo man were in power today, now the Kali will still be in detention?
That speaks to a larger problem.
That's the problem.
Speaks to a bigger problem of division within Nigeria.
I don't know.
Barrister, help us understand the clamor for the case to be taken to the southeast.
Yeah.
What impacts do you think that would have?
Because the man felt that he's been victimized in Abuja. And the guy condition, no, he didn't say that the case must be taken to Abuja. No, he said if there is no other judge in Abuja that can take over his case, then let them take it to the southeast. I mean, is that not a very fair judgment of his matter? He didn't see that no, he cannot be tried in Abuja. He didn't say so. He only said if there is no other judge, then take it to the southeast. And I mean, anybody...
Now, going by what's been happening in the southeast, the seat at home, the unrest that has followed the seat at home, do you think government would want to consider taking his case to the southeast?
In fact,
do you think that might create a larger problem?
The government will not consider, because any day they cut the matter is coming up, the starting will be shut down. There won't be any space for people in court, even outside. If that matter is taken to the southeast, the particular state where this matter is to be tried, everybody on their own, no, not that everybody is going to induce them. They will shut down that state for that day.
Barrister, do you think that
the security station,
do you think that the federal government will care more for the safety of Nnamdi Kanu being tried in the southeast, or southeast being shut down? I mean, the southeast has been shut down every month for the past 3 years, and the federal government never blinked an eye. I mean, the attitude is like, if you like, stay at home, that's your business.
The thing is that even in Abuja where he's been tried, I don't think his life is being threatened.
No, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that the government will be more interested in his safety and will not take him to the southeast for trial, or because, according to you, the southeast will be shut down? I mean, the southeast has been on lockdown every month for the past 3 years.
The thing is that the federal government have to consider two factors here. One, the security situation that may arise, because definitely people will clamor, people will surge into the court and all that. Okay,
so they'll fear more for his safety.
Exactly, and the security agencies may not handle the crowd.
Okay,
that is one.
So it's essentially about the safety of Nnamdi. Exactly. They want him alive, not because the southeast will be shut down.
Good. So, and even where he is now, Nnamdi Kanu has never told us that his life is being threatened. Okay. From what he did in court yesterday, he doesn't look like a sick man or somebody who is having health challenges.
Ms. Francis,
he was so vocal and
do you share the same view?
So what I think is that the federal government should not even think, even I won't even like it.
Okay,
all right. I won't even like it. I won't.
Prince Francis.
Well, for me, it doesn't matter where the case is tried. For me, it's the fact that he's saying he doesn't want a particular judge, and in your constitution, your 1999 constitution, he has a right to do that. And I think the right thing to do right now is to say, okay, if he doesn't agree, I mean, you can't tell me there are no other judges in the federal capital that can take care of this case, except people are scared, or except that they are seeing something that we're not seeing, they're trying to avoid something that, you know, like I said, maybe everybody just feels that this case, there is no case.
Okay, I think too. I think we need to clarify something. I hope I'm just correct, because Nnamdi, he wasn't particular about South. He said the former Eastern region.
could be Port Harcourt, it could be Cross River, it could be Calabar, it could be Uyo, it could even be Bayelsa or Yenagoa. I think that was
the but the bottom line of what he's saying is that he doesn't want Nyako as the judge of his case, period. So anywhere you feel that you have a judge that can take it, if you have somebody in Abuja, fine and good. If not, any other place, including the Southwest.
You know,
including the Southwest.
When you are angry,
I was just referencing his words, former Eastern region.
No, that thing does not. It doesn't need to come up because the states have moved on, the regions have moved on. You can't go back. There is nothing like former Eastern region where you bring South. You know, South was under former Eastern region.
Exactly the point.
He was saying it, but maybe out of anger or whatever.
No, but I don't think he said it out of anger.
I
know where. No, let us be sincere.
We're not interpreting.
I know where he's going.
We are saying
what he's trying to tell you is that his agitation for Biafra is still there. That is what he's, he's trying to tell you that those are Biafran region, whether you like it or not. Let us not run from it.
You know, you cannot even pursue that until Biafra become reality. Even the South people, ordinary Ohanes Igbo that they gave the chairman to somebody from River. Look at the hoopla it's causing. So you cannot force the people of the South into Southeast as of today.
I totally agree with you.
Barrister, I think you are miscontextualizing the whole thing that I said, on what Nnamdi said. Nnamdi is not trying to recreate the Eastern region. He said, if you can't try me if you can't find another judge in Abuja, take me to any part of the former Eastern region.
No. You can't say that. There is nothing like that now, as of today. He may have said it.
Barrister, is there no former Eastern region?
There is.
That's the point.
Yes, there is.
He's not trying to recreate it. He said, take me to any of the place in the former. He didn't say take me to Eastern region. He said former.
There is nothing like former because the former Eastern region included South and Southeast. That's what we're operating today, as of today. That is the nomenclature.
All right then.
So if you are saying former, where is that former Eastern region? Where is it today? Where is it? You can't name them now. You can't.
All right then. Well, let's move on to another conversation.
Egypt and some other friends of Nigeria will surely come out as a nation because we are fighting a just cause. Even a little child on the street will tell you this. We shall never go back to Nigeria again. God's grace will surely emerge as a nation. And so as far as this war continues, we'll fight to the last man.
The leader of the Biafran people is His Excellency Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Ojukwu.
Those hot days, the quickest and the only thing we could do was to found a place where our fleeing compatriots could at least find an end to their flight. This is what Biafra is, the end of the journey for a persecuted, massacred, pursued people. We have made all attempts at a democratic resolution of this crisis. I have offered open elections, plebiscite. I have offered just an open carte blanche suggestion, anybody who can find a democratic way of finding out the wishes of the people, let him suggest it and we will go for it.
My name is...
Before the war, Guy Akobu was a lawyer. A refugee from Port Harcourt, he talks about his brothers.
As an ordinary Biafran, I have been affected by this war, just the same way as millions of others. This is one of the main squares in the town of Umuahia. It's right opposite the market. Now, most of the stores are open, not because they do a lot of business, but because they just have to keep open to make believe as if life is still normal, as if they're still carrying on their normal day-to-day business. They don't sell much, and even at the prices which they sell, the ordinary man in the street can't afford. to pay for these products, but still they have to keep open. That is those who are not employed in essential services. When people go to the markets and they find that prices are so high, really there ain't much they can do about it, because they know it's not the fault of the traders, but the people are really not bothered. It does not affect their morale. In fact, one thing which has helped Biafrans to bear and to sustain themselves is the extended family system. Every Biafran considers any other Biafran as his own brother or sister. And if he finds anyone hungry, he takes the person in and gives him some food. You see, we are interdependent, and we treat ourselves as brothers, as one, because we're all undergoing the same suffering and the same hardship. Can't find any Biafran begging. People are really ashamed to go begging either for food or for money. They prefer to do an honest day's work for their daily bread, because we understand what we're fighting for, and we prefer to make any sacrifice, whatever, no matter how long it lasts, so as to get our fundamental rights. That is the right to exist as a people, the right to protect ourselves, the right to our home, to practice our religion, to live as we would like to live.
The head of the Biafran judiciary is their Chief Justice, Sir Louis Mbshell.
As a judge, naturally, I believe in the rule of law, and the government of Biafra believes in that. Right from the start of the crisis, we have maintained law and order in Biafra. The courts have been functioning subject to the exigencies of the war. In fact, if you look outside here, you'll see 4 courts in this area, all performing their duty. I think that is very good evidence of stability. But we who are in the leadership have learned one lesson, that when a people are determined, you cannot crush them by force of arms. And if this war has done one thing, it's made Biafra into a nation. Every child, every woman, every man feels it in his blood. It's a thing you cannot conquer. You only have to walk out in the street, and it stares you in the face. You go through Biafra, in all facets of life, we have all that makes a nation.
For nearly 2 years, the Igbo people have been fighting against an attempt at the systematic annihilation of their entire population. They are isolated from the outside world and outnumbered in the field, but the Biafran determination intensifies.
I have a large army on the field now fighting. The government and the people, or the government of Biafra, has never paid that army. Everything that army uses till today is by voluntary contribution. The army of Biafra is fed by the locals in whatever area they're operating in. Talk of our troops, to really understand them, to understand us, one has always to bear in mind that we are fighting most reluctantly. We're not fighting as a concerted policy to do something or to seize something. It's a reflex action. We have to do it because something is happening to us. And that affects the whole attitude of the military. All of them would sooner see an end to all this.
I am Major General Philip Effiong, the Chief of General Staff of the Biafran Armed Forces. When this war started, we had 128 rifles. We did not have a single mortar, certainly not a single mortar shell. And we just had no answer to these things. The Nigerian propaganda is quite effective because they give the impression that we are finished here. Of course we are far from finished, and we do know that we can go on fighting them. We are always Thanks.